Hi everyone, hi Anna. Welcome to Curacoro live stream today. So excited to see everyone again. As you already know, today I'm gonna introduce our 2-in-1 Lash Lip and Brow Lamination Kit, and we're gonna do the step-by-step of lamination using our 2-in-1 kit. I already introduced this one to you guys from before. This is our formula that using the Cysteamine HCL as active ingredient. It's my favorite solution to use for lamination because of few reasons, and I'm gonna explain to you guys as we go. We have Paige is our beautiful model today. She have perfect eyebrow for the lamination, like she have full eyebrow but it's laying sideways, and she wished to have it look fluffier and fuller. So we're gonna use our 2-in-1 lamination kit today, and I'm gonna do it on her, and you know, we can see how it changed the transformation for her eyebrow. Okay, so first I'm gonna using our Curacoro lash bar. So this step is really important because we need to remove like all the makeup, remove all the product that stay on her skin, on her eyebrow. So when we put the perm lotion and the fixing lotion, it will be able to penetrate the hair better, and it'll be able to work better as well on the eyebrow. Okay, this is the first step that you want to do to make sure that the solution is work. Okay, so I'm not sure if any of you was here when I did the live to explain the difference between TGA and Cysteamine HCL. So TGA, like traditionally, is a very common ingredient, active ingredient in lash lift and brow lamination product. And recently, Health Canada just have an announcement that they banned thioglycolic acid ester. So some of you might feel like, oh my god, like you might feel like freak out, like oh my god, like all the product that I use that have TGA in there, and I'm worried that it's not gonna be good, or like it's not gonna be approved by Health Canada. I cannot use it on my client anymore. But we do have video that explain that the product that got banned is not just thioglycolic acid, it's thioglycolic acid ester. So it's different. It's not the same thing. So you know, just check your product and check the ingredient that you have in the product that you're having right now. And for me, like TGA, I still love to use that for lash lift. It's fast, it's efficient. However, for lamination, even like before, even like all the thing happened with Health Canada and all that, I already prefer to use the Cysteamine HCL for lamination. The reason of that, because for lamination, when you apply the perm lotion, you apply it directly onto the hair, and it's directly touching the skin. And sometimes like the TGA, it has a pH level too high, and it can give the skin irritation. I don't know if any of you experience when you do lamination for your client, and after that they have like some red pad, and it's become like scab after. So the reason is because the solution that you use might be too strong, or you leave it for too long, and it's caused like kind of like a burn, like a chemical burn to the skin. So I experienced it before with the product that have TGA for brow lamination. Of course, like there's thing that you can prevent that. Like if you use a TGA solution, you can put like a protection balm on the skin. Like you can use like something like Vaseline based, like Vaseline is good, like just simple and good to use that. Just like apply it all over the skin, even on the eyebrow and underneath it. You can apply it like all over the area here on the eyebrow, and then like with the opposite direction like that as well. So make sure that it's cover all the skin that the perm lotion gonna touching. However, even like with Cysteamine solution is a milder solution. You know, it can touch the skin, and you know, it's not gonna give any irritation or anything. However, if your client is really sensitive, then you still can use that method. You still can put like a protection balm on the skin before you start the perm lotion, okay? So Cysteamine HCL is a compound that breaks down the disulfide bones in the hair and allow it to reshape during the lamination process. So you see that right now, the direction of her hair, you can see that it's growing. Like this one is 90 degree, and then it's kind of like laid down a bit. Even she have like full hair over here, but it doesn't show, it doesn't look fluffy because of the direction, like how the hair is laid, right? So with the lamination, it will when you put the perm, it will break down the disulfide bone and the hair will become softer. So it's allow you to redirect the hair, and then it will be easier to make it to the shape that you prefer. The reason I chose Cysteamine HCL for lamination, because of the two main points. So first, because it's applied directly on the skin. So because Cysteamine HCL is a milder solution, so it's not gonna give just get any irritation. And also the second reason, that because when you do lamination, you applied it to the full length of the hair over here, so from the root to the tip. And all of you must know that the tip is always smaller and thinner compared to the root, right? Like when we do lash lift, normally we just apply the perm lotion to like around 50 to 70% of lash length, but for lamination we apply for the whole thing. So if you use some solution that's too strong, there's more likely that the tip of the hair is gonna get frizzy, like it's gonna be like too over processed. Also, Cysteamine solution, because it's milder, so it's required a longer time to process, and during that time you will have more flexibility to adjust the shape and to direct it to the way that you want. So I'm gonna start applying the lifting lotion, the step 2. We call the step 2 because the step 1 is the glue, the liquid glue that we use for lash lift, okay? We can call it lifting lotion or we can call it perm lotion. The active ingredient Cysteamine HCL is in this step. And last time when I did the pH level test, this one has a pH level of 8.5. So it's lower than the TGA. Normally TGA solution would have pH level of 9 to 9.5. This one would be a bit lower, so it will be milder for the hair. And also one more thing that you can troubleshoot when you doing lash lift and brow lamination for your client, that if you put enough solution. So when I apply, I like to go with opposite direction like this to make sure it's going underneath the hair as well. And then I put it again, make sure it have to be enough solution. It doesn't have to be overflow, but it's gotta be thick enough to cover all the hair. So for Paige, I will say that she have quite medium hair thickness, and her eyebrow hair is not crazy full, but it's pretty full, compared to the regular hair. The density of it is pretty close together. So I would propose to leave the solution on for I will put around 10 minutes first, and after 10 minutes I can always come back and recheck and see, okay, if it's not soft enough, I can always add some more. I can add 2 more minutes, I can add 3-4 more minutes, depend. But you don't have to have a set time right away. Just give a estimate time first, and then you can always check in between. So right now I set the timer for Paige around 10 minutes. So at this step right now, you can see that I just apply the perms on. I didn't brush it, I didn't fix the shape, or I brush it to the direction that I want. The reason, because you gotta let time for the Cysteamine HCL to get through the cuticle, to open up the cuticle and break down the disulfide bone. Because if you do that step now, it doesn't do anything. The hair is not ready for it yet. So normally this step, the main purpose is to break down the disulfide bone, to soften the hair And then after this step, when you remove it, then you brush it to, now the hair is already soft, then you can brush it to the direction you want. And then the step 3, the fixing lotion, after that would be the time where you set the shape. The timer for 10 minutes is done. So now after 10 minutes, I'm gonna use a brush. It can be like just a regular spoolie. So you can see when you like redirect the eyebrow hair a bit, it doesn't bounce back. So when you like, of course, like we don't leave it up like 90 degrees for everywhere anymore. Like that is not the way the lamination should look anyway. You still follow the direction of the hair. It's just like slightly adjust it a bit. At this step, you just use like a dry cotton pad or the Q-tip to remove the solution. So I have a question from Priyanka. We have to check opposite direction to check whether it's ready or not. So I understand your question. Yes, so the technique that I use here, either you can use like just a brush or the Q-tip or anything, or sometimes you can use a tweezer. You kind of like just take the hair up a little bit, right? You, let's say like if you want her hair, you can, if you remember, her hair was laying like sideways like this, right? And now when I brush it up like this, you can see that if it stay in this direction, that means the hair is processed enough. If it's still like, let's say if this hair, if it's still like lay sideways, like this direction, that means it's not processed yet, like not yet. So just leave it for a few more minutes and keep checking it, especially like after it's already run out of the time that you're aiming from the beginning. Just add like some more minute at a time, like just 2 more minutes, 3 more minutes. Now, before you apply the step 3 fixing lotion, remember what I said earlier, that this fixing lotion, the pH level is 7. So earlier we was using Perm 2 lotion that had the pH level 8.5. So that was high pH level to open up the cuticle. Now we're using a solution that have lower pH level, which is called fixing lotion. We're gonna close the cuticle up. So that means the hair is gonna stay in that direction that you want. So before you apply this, now is the time for you to brush the eyebrow hair. So you remove that step 2 first. And then normally I would use this tiny brush. We call it Brow Lamination Brush. It's available on our website that you can purchase when you purchase the kit as well. So I'm gonna use this brush, and then I will brush it to the direction that I want. So for lamination, I know like in the past people like used to just brush it like just up 90 degrees for every part. And yes, it's make it look really fluffy, but it doesn't look good. Like it's not and then also that is actually gonna damage the hair, because you know like the direction of the hair, because like she already, her hair is like was laying sideways like 180 degree like that, right? If I like, you know, just bend it like 90 degree, when her hair grows out, you can notice that it will grow as like an L curve everywhere, and it will look very frizzy. So it's not gonna look good after like 1 or 2 weeks. Now like when we do lamination, normally we just follow the direction of how her hair grow, but just like a slightly lift up a little bit, so you can see. So this one I will leave it like for like 90 degree over here, and then we'll start like going down like to like 75 degree, 90 degree, 75 degree, and near the end here it was go low to 0 degree. But you can see that it's still showing the fluffiness of the eyebrow. So you try not to try to be mindful when you do the direction of the hair as well when doing lamination. So after you're already happy with the direction of the hair, then you can apply the fixing lotion, which is the step 3 over here. So one of this bottle, we do have the bottle, the pump bottle available, and also we have it available as a sachet as well. One of these kits you can do up to 30 to 40 clients. You can do like both lamination and brow lamination with it, so it's very convenient. It will generate you a lot of income, from just like one kit and some accessories. So lamination is definitely like still on trend, like people still love to have it done. And of course, like in terms of product, like there's more and more product, more and more like solution that is more innovative, and it will be like the formula will be better. We will infuse like more nutrition in there, so even after like brow lamination, it's not gonna be it's gonna still look really healthy. It's not gonna be dry or anything. And of course, aftercare is still like an important thing. Like it's the same when you curve your hair and all that, right? Like it tends to get a bit drier, so aftercare is still like a recommendation for your client. I have another question from Lash Miami. Is there an expiry date for the pump bottle? So we do, this product is definitely have an expiry date, but it do like once you open it, you can see over here that open within like using within 3 months after open. So if it has like a simple that has like a jar with an open lid and it has a number on it, let's say this one say 3M, that's mean after opening is you can use it within 3 months, but unopened we have the expiry date is 2 years. That is one thing that you can troubleshoot when you use a product as well. Check the expiry date. Normally when I open like for like lash extension glue or any type of the liquid, we would write the date that we open on the cap or on something, so I can keep track on that. I'm like, okay, like this bottle I already like opened like 2 months ago, and you can keep in mind too, right? Like if it's nearly the time of 3 months, there might be a chance that the solution is not as effective anymore. So if you like once in a while you just have like one client for last lip and you feel like, oh my god, it's been a while, I don't know if the solution is still good, put the date on the cap, like just write it with a marker on the cap. Okay, so for this step 3 lotion, I will put the same time that I was using for the step 2 perm lotion. So I already put a timer of 10 minutes. After 5 minutes, you can use the micro brush again, and then just like slightly brush the eyebrow hair again, just to make sure like if the hair is still like on the direction that you want it. Yeah. And try not to brush this a lot, because when you brushing it, you're also scratching on the skin, so that can also like give client irritation after that as well. Need to be gentle, because remember the hair is already soft after the step 2. You don't need to push like a lot of pressure or anything, just like gentle brush, because you don't want to scratching on the skin underneath as well. You can see like after perm 2 and perm 3 lotion, her skin is still look good, like you don't see any redness. Do you feel any irritation on the skin at all? Okay, that's good. Yeah, make sure to check on your client during the service as well. Like ask them like, hey, like do you feel any irritation, itchiness or anything around the eyebrow hair? This one compared to a lot of product that we use with the TGA space before is definitely milder. It's more gentle, and it's still effective. It's effective on the hair. Just remember, like just understand, when you understand about the fundamental of that, like how it work on the hair, it would be easier for you to troubleshoot. Like you would know like, okay, like it might be just like it's not enough solution, I didn't put enough solution, or I didn't put it for like enough time to process the type of hair. So as I recommend, always set a amount that you estimate, like based on when you assess your client hair. have like an idea in mind. If very thin hair, maybe just put it for like, set like a 5 minute first, not even like need to be 7 minutes. Even like this solution, it will take longer time, but just set 5 minutes first, and then see, oh, like not much change, it's still the same, like maybe set 5 more minutes. But if you see that it's already like a little bit softer, then maybe just set 2 or 3 more minutes. I think the average time that I use for my client is around 10 minutes, like it will be 8 to 10 minutes, depend. But I do leave it on my client before for like 15 minutes, because she 15 and even like sometime more, just because like she have thicker hair, like it just need more time to process, so be patient with that. But you would love the result, because you can see like no irritation, and then of course after that you can see the result of the hair as well. It looks shiny, it bouncy, it fluffy. It doesn't look like it's just stay flat on the skin. It's not just like, you know, just like a stem on the skin, because the hair is processed, but it's also get nutrition at the same time. Okay, so the time is up. Now I'm gonna remove this solution, this step 3 fixing lotion. Again, just a reminder, if I apply this side first, I'm gonna start removing from this side first, okay? Okay, and then I'm gonna just use like a damp cotton pad. It's not watery, okay? Just a damp cotton pad is good enough. Just use a clean brush. I like to bend the tip of the brush a little bit so the angle will be easier for me. So you can see when I brush the eyebrow, it's very bouncy. I have a question from Priscilla. What pigment did you use? I haven't used any pigment yet. I just use here. So as I say, I always prefer to do the lamination first, and then I would shaping and wax it and then tint it later. The reason because of if you like shape the eyebrow first and then you trim it first, you cut down the tip, and that when you brush the eyebrow up, it might not, you know, it doesn't line up yet, so you wouldn't know how the eyebrow would look like after the lamination yet. So if you shape it first, it might look like, you know, like crooked and all that, and you know, you still can fix that with the tint, but it just, you know, doesn't make it look natural, and it just take more time for you to fix it. So sorry, as your question, I didn't use any pigment yet. What I apply on her is the Perm 2 lotion. The first step to soften her eyebrow hair, and then after that I remove it with a dry cotton pad or Q-tip, and then I brush her hair to the direction that I want, and after that I will apply the fixing lotion to close up her hair cuticle and make it stay in the shape that I want. So now this step I'm gonna use wax. She actually she already have pretty beautiful shape, like it doesn't need much waxing, but just like a little bit to remove, like, you know, some hair on the side here, and you know, some in the middle, just to make it more like, you know, precise. And then I can apply the tint after. Okay, so I have the Curacoro waxing. So one thing that I want to share with you guys, I used to use soft wax a lot, and I love it because it's sticky, it's efficient. However, for this type of service, because like we already process, you know, the skin is already touching the chemical and all that. Of course, like as I said, the chemical is mine. The Cysteamine HCL solution is really mine. But of course, you don't want anything too harsh to the skin around, just because like you don't want it to be like too overwhelmed. So I would recommend to use hard wax to wax around the eyebrow after the lamination done. Even like if you do the wax before that, also like don't use any wax that like too strong or too harsh, because it can, you know, leave the pore open, leave like the skin cuticle open, and it can just more chances that they get irritated during the treatment. I am really proud to introduce this wax to you guys. This is made in it's manufactured in Italy, and the texture is just perfect. Like, it's so easy to control it, and it's thick on the skin perfectly. It's very gentle on the skin as well. Like you know, with the soft wax you cannot reapply it on the skin at the same area, because more likely you're gonna peel off like a top piece of the skin and leave them like scarf and redness and all that. But with this wax, like you see, it's dry quickly, and you can see that it can wax easy. Like the hairs come out easy. Even like if the hair didn't come out right away, like some short hair didn't come out right away, you can still reapply it on that surface, and it's not gonna like damage the skin or anything. You can see that it's super easy to like adjust, and you can see the thickness. I'm gonna show you I'm gonna show it more close up to the camera, so you can see like the thickness when I apply the wax here. I wouldn't put it like too close to the tip here, because I want to brush the eyebrow up. I just need to wax a little bit of the fur hair around it. I have someone comment, I can't wait to see who won the Lash Boss Summit tickets. Yes, I think we're gonna announce the winner for that, the March 27. Did you attend yet? Oh, thank you. Yeah, we still have some last gen. If someone doesn't know, we are having a giveaway for the ticket for Lash Boss Summit in Texas, and it's still going. We still have more people apply, and we're gonna have the winner we're gonna announce the winner on March 27th. I don't know if you guys can see it here. I'm gonna bend it a little bit, but you see even like very furry hair. The wax can grab it perfectly, like just these small fur hair. But it's just so satisfying to look at it. I'm sorry, I just distract a bit, but I just want to show you, you know, how easy and how good that we can use this wax for eyebrow. Like this one is good for face wax, it's good for body wax as well. I use it at our spa for the body wax, and it just really quick and efficient, and it's very gentle on the skin as well, while it can still grab like the thinnest hair on the surface. But you gotta like get used to the texture, and make sure when you apply it, it have to be thick enough but not too thick. Around like 0.5 millimeter is the thickness that I will recommend. And when you pull it, you can see that it's coming out pretty easy as well. It just takes around like 3 seconds to dry on the skin. Now this is the bonus part that I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna just tint her eyebrow a bit the color of her eyebrow is already good, but I want to make the shape of the lamination to be more defined. So I'm gonna tint it a little bit. Because she have like quite light hair color, so I'm gonna just mix like I'm gonna use Bronze Sun today. My favorite brow tint is really good for whoever wanted brow tint that stain good on the skin. So this is a 2 color I'm gonna mix for her today, light brown and just a little bit touch up of chestnut. And before I do that, I'm gonna use the contour piece. It's just like easier on me that I will easier for me, like when I apply the tint, I don't have to worry about the shape and everything. I saw Nora comment, this looks so nice. Wow, thank you, Nora. You the sweetest. You gotta let me do your eyebrow next time, okay? Okay, so this one I'm just using a white paste, just to create a barrier. So when I apply the tint, if I accidentally applied it down a little bit, it's not gonna get to the skin, because with this bronze sun tint, it stains on the skin pretty easy. So if it's like, if I accidentally put it down a little bit and I didn't clean it right away, it's definitely gonna leave a stain over there, and it's gonna ruin the shape that I want. So I always like to quickly use a paste to shape the eyebrow, like which area that we're gonna apply the tint on. But for her today, I'm gonna use light brown and just mix with like a small touch of chestnut. And the ratio for the milk cream developer would be 1:1, which means the total of the color potion would be the same with the total of the milk cream developer. Okay, so you notice that when I draw the shape, I don't draw like a full one, because for lamination it's bouncy on the top here. So later on I'm gonna use a brush to like kind of like blend the color a little bit. So that's why I don't need to have the shape is fully there. Most likely it will be on the bottom line. It will be like where it's define the shape the most. And so I'm gonna use the brow brush here, just get like a portion of it. When I apply the tint like this, I'm gonna just do kind of like a tapping motion, because I want the tint to stay on the skin over there. If you do like brushing like this, you're basically moving the tint around and it might not be able to stick on the skin underneath. And also you can create bubble as well. That will prevent the tint touching the skin as well. Why my intention here to make sure that the tint is staying on the skin and make her eyebrow to look more defined.
Lisa Beauty Bar asks, how much can you charge for this service?
So you can calculate based on the cost of the product and also the cost of your place as well. I would say if you like a home base, you can charge it somewhere from like $80 to $90. Normally when we do lamination, we already like include the shaping and the tint in there, because we want when the client walk out, like their eyebrow is fully complete. I know some places they divide it, like they do like lamination separately, and then they charge waxing separately, and they charge tinting separately. It's up to you, like how you want to decide it. For me, I like it to be simple for my client, and when we offer lamination, we already calculate the cost that we're gonna do waxing and tinting in there. So if it's like a salon setting, you can charge somewhere from like $90 to like $120. And like if you crafting it, like you adding some like let's say like moisturizing mask or something, like you can charge it even more. The cost for this set, I will ask Anna to how much so we sell it for this set. We can do like a roughly math for you, and you can see that is a very profitable service. Like
129 and 91.
Yeah, so we sell this kit, the 2-in-1 lash lift and lamination kit. I'm gonna, sorry, the box is too big, but yeah, this is the whole kit. In here we include the 4-step and a lash bath and the toolkits for lash lift as well. We sell it for $129.99, and then from one kit you can generate 30 to 40 service for client. So let's say just make it average for like both lash lift and lamination, average $100, and you can do like 30, let's say just 30 of that, then you have your answer. But yes, it depends on the setting of your spa. Like if it's home-based service, you can charge a little bit less. If you like a salon setting that you have to pay rent and all that, then you can charge us a little bit more for the experience, for the space and all that too, right? And then with this kit, you can use it for both lash lift and brow lamination. So when I apply the tint color, I always take time and be very detailed with this step because it will set the shape for the eyebrow. With some type of tint that it doesn't stand on the skin a lot, basically you can even like apply it for the whole thing, that you don't have to worry about the shape yet, and then you just use a Q-tip and then you clean around it to create the shape. The reason I applied it most detailed with the bronze sun, because the color is developed really quick, it's very efficient, and it stays on the skin really good. So that's why I don't want to use that quick method for this type of tint. But sometimes, like, you know, when your client already have like full eyebrow and you know, they don't need much tint color to make the eyebrow shape defined. They just need, you know, to adding a bit of the shadow in there. Then you can use like even bronze sun, they have the cream dye that is stainless on the skin, and it's really beautiful for brow lamination as well, especially for whoever like already have thick eyebrow hair. I like to use that one for whoever already like have beautiful shape and thick eyebrow hair, and kind of like just create like a shadow of color on the eyebrow. Okay, so after I already like tapping, like do like a tapping motion for the base, I kind of like just use a brush, gently like brush the color up. To create the shape here. And you can see that near the tip over here, I don't take more color. I just kind of like use whatever that I have left on the brush and just gently like apply that, because I want to create like a bit of the ombre effect over there. I don't want the head of the eyebrow look too square and too dark. Okay, so you can see over here, I accidentally applied it a bit outside over here, but I'm not worried because I already have the white paste over there as a barrier to prevent it to touch the skin. So I'm gonna just use a Q-tip and then quickly like remove it. So you can, I'm not sure you can tell from the video, but the color that I apply is just very thin layer. From the camera, I mean, it's a very thin layer of color. And then because I don't want to make it too dark for her, but if you want the color to be darker, you can apply another layer on top of it, and also a thin layer, like prevent to like scoop the whole scoop of tint color like this and just apply it on the eyebrow. Always just take a little bit on the tip of the brush and then just like gently apply it like each time like this. So for her, I just kind of like want a light color like as a shadow underneath to make the eyebrow shape more defined. So I didn't leave it for too long. I think it's just around 5 minutes processing. And then one thing, like when you after the lamination, when you wipe it, I normally just wipe it to the direction that of the lamination, the direction that I want the hair to be. And then after that, I'm gonna just use a brush to like so after removing it, I'm gonna just apply the last step, which is the nourishment serum, and then it's all done for a lamination service today. Of course, like with the live is a bit long. It takes a bit longer than when you're actually doing it for client, because I was like pause a little bit, I explain the stuff and everything. But the average time for this service, it will be around 45 minutes. Of course, with this solution, it takes a bit longer to process. So I would aiming like to set the service at like around 45 minutes. And this is, sorry, I forgot to show you guys. This is step 4, which is the nourishing serum that we will apply right after. And I recommend to apply it after the tint. So after we do tinting and we remove all the color and all that, then we apply this nourishing serum all over the eyebrow. So it's help to keep the shape in place and also help to nourishing the eyebrow, make it look healthy and help to moisturize it as well. And then you don't have to remove it, you can just leave it on and client can just leave with the serums on. It's actually good for the serum to stay on and have time to absorb to the hair and nourishing the hair after the lamination. Just kind of like gently use a micro brush to brush it again. So this is the final result of the lamination today. The lamination that we're using our 2-in-1 lash lift and brow lamination kit with the HCL solution. I mean the solution that have Cysteamine HCL as an active ingredient. You can see that her hair is still really healthy. You can see that the hair is bouncy and it is easier to brush it to the direction you want. And that's it. All right, thank you so much for joining with us today. I hope to see you guys soon in the next live. If you want us to do any live, step-by-step demonstration for any of our product, you can just, give us a comment, send us a message, and we can plan it for next time. Thank you. This is Queen from Curacoro, and this is Paige, is our beautiful model for today.